Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice right here, the ES currently showing a little bit of a hold at the previous session's high price. Price trading within a very narrow range here, heading into the RTH Open, just 17.5 points, which is 24% of average 10-day range. That's very narrow, and typically speaking, after a trend day like this, there tends to be some sort of pullback or a fade after that trend day. So keep an eye on the previous session's high, and especially the previous session's close price of 41.99s. A failure to hold that level could open up a return as deep as the previous session's midpoint. The previous session's mid is 41.74s. But also could lead to a bearish outside day down as well. Overall, the expectation is any pullback as deep as the mid or the previous close could offer an opportunity to buy it for a push higher into the close. So it could be a checkmark trend day up for a continuation higher. The fact that price closed here above 41.76 could be indicative of a push to new highs here. And again, this market remains within a very clear uptrending structure. And if it's coming off the lows of this lower end of this channel, then we may be headed back up toward new highs. So right now, again, do we get another pullback shakeout, or do we continue higher here? Continue to watch the previous session's midpoint. That's going to tell us something by the end of the day. Where are we against that level? All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. The NQ right now trading 35% of average. This one here trading just above the previous session's high price. It is trading 106 points of range. Again, 35% of average range over the last 10 days. Very narrow here. You can see ever since this rejection here, it's been pretty strong. It's held the midpoint. The previous session was a bullish outside day up. Again, after a trend day up, there tends to be some sort of pullback. But given the upside move here, any pullback could be an opportunity to buy it cheaper for a continuation higher. The fact that price has bounced here off of these lows suggests that we could be returning back to the previous month's close price. That could be kind of a round trip, a U-turn back higher toward that black dotted line up above. That'll be about the 13,865s. So again, a continuation could be seen into that zone. Now, if there's a failure to hold 650s today, which is the previous session's close, that may open up a bit of a pullback. But again, any pullback could offer an opportunity to buy it cheaper for a continuation higher unless proven otherwise. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. Crude right now trading 39% of average range. So another one that's trading very, very narrow range here, heading into the RTH Open. You can see right here after the previous session's trend day up, we've seen it stall now at these highs. Price, again, hasn't really stayed above 66s for long. Anytime it's closed at or above that level, it has come right back down over the following several days. It closed right at that level yesterday, with the close being 66.03. Are we now going to see another round of selling pressure away from that level like we've seen in the past? Or do we finally get a continuation to the upside? This was a strong two-day move here that watching 65 could be indicative of a continuation higher if it can hold that level. Failure to hold 65s may then open up a return that could bring us back down to recent lows. So at the moment, we continue to be within this developing expanding range here and appear to be headed still higher. If we can hold 65s, a failure to hold there may ultimately return this thing back down toward recent lows. All right, let's take a look lastly at gold futures. Right now, gold trading 70% of average, a failed new low today. The previous session was very, very narrow in terms of price action. You can see right here, previous session was inside day. It's been holding at these highs for the last few days, so it's been a narrow range over the last 4+ days. And it continues to see strength here with the rising PIMA trigger zone there, but we haven't hit that 8-period average in a while. So Instead of seeing an actual pullback here, we've seen price go flat, and we've seen these continue to rise as support. Perhaps the next day we pull back. Anything below 1860 could offer an opportunity to buy it cheaper for a continuation up toward 1900, perhaps beyond that level. Again, 1960, the top end of the range. As long as price remains above 1800 here, we have a shot to 1960, and so far this thing continues to run away from that level. So overall, in the range right now, range-bound price action, not expecting much here other than fading of the edges. So fade the edges, especially today's high and low, with an upward bias. Any push that's deeper than 1860 might be an opportunity to look for rejection and a continuation higher to 1900 plus. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.